Welcome back to Haunted House, and welcome back to Starfield. And we are doing some quests for the Vanguard, and we're gonna do friends like these and kind of continue off what we've been putting on the last few episodes.
Here on Vanguard business?
Yep, Vanguard business.
Okay. Hello.
Let's go see what she has to say.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require. That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second in command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude. I was also informed that you gave quite the presentation to the cabinet. Chief Yassine wants you to know the Interstellar Affairs Office is fully committed to this endeavor, accessing the Terramorph data and beyond. We're going to do everything in our power to make sure you have the tools you need. And that means first getting you into the archives. You do know what the archives are, correct?
Yep, the repositories for all the band data from the Colony War.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the three major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince two people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
You'd think they'd be clamoring to help after the spaceport attack.
I couldn't agree more. However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll provide guidance on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Let's see. Tell me about Ambassador Radcliffe of the Freestar Collective.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
It sounds as though I will enjoy this.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Alright, tell me about these other tools then.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze.
UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
Great, they're going to be thrown in jail. That's all the info I need for the moment.
All right. Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Ooh, 9,600 credits. Very nice. See, can I back out and then come back for the other one? Let me see. Nope, still got to keep talking. Okay.
Captain, would...
Tell me about Ambassador Balmore of House Varun.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here.
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
That actually sounds promising.
It does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
I'll track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Okay, let's see. Acquire the Freestar Collective archival code.
Excuse me.
Sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office.
You our visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference rooms.
I wonder how many times one side or the other has threatened to close this embassy down over the years.
Sorry. Everyone's a little on edge after the attack. All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Guests can
I'm
make
sorry.
themselves
Do you
comfortable.
have an appointment?
Here on behalf of United Colonies, we need the Freestar Collective's help.
Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
You need to help us, otherwise any more deaths are on your hands.
Excuse me. A less level-headed person might think that was a threat, Captain.
We are merely stating the obvious. If you are threatened by that, perhaps you should do something about it. Like, help us.
And just give the UC free run of the archives? I may as well resign right now. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours?
She's gonna be difficult. No help? Let's see. Persuade. Please, Ambassador, just listen to what I have to say.
You're really gonna push this? All right, I will give you one chance. One to convince me. Understood.
Thank you, Ambassador. Just hear me out.
I'm listening.
You were a soldier. It was your job to protect it. That's what we intend to do with this data. Or, wait, let's try the Terramorph Xenoweapons project was a failure. That knowledge isn't dangerous.
The warmongers of the UC will find a way to make it dangerous. You have my word.
You were a soldier. It was your job to protect. That's what we intend to
I
do.
suppose you're right. Our job and our responsibility. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping these terramorphs. The monitors will make sure of it. You go in once, you get everything you need on your trip, and never again. And all research done with the data will be monitored. If this data is being used to save the galaxy needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar scientists will watch your people like hawks. So, do we have an agreement?
Agreed.
Excellent. Follow me.
I don't want no trouble. I'm just here to get what I need to get. Okay, I thought I was supposed to follow you. Let me check. Yeah, it says follow. Oh, where are we going? In here? It's locked. Oh, this way, okay.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here, I'll reach out to Deputy McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary oversights. Two unlikely allies, I guess.
Okay, so now we need to go acquire the other one.
cannot help.
Hopefully this goes just as smoothly. I don't think I've been in here before. Cool looking place. I like the design, although on the floor is a little much.
This is certainly different than anything else in New Atlantis.
Approach the intercom.
One supervised, and it seems this tree has decided it's
What was that? It's creepy in here. What is happening? Dude, they're shooting me? There's like weird sounds. I'm getting my butt kicked in here. Holy sh! No! Whoa, whoa! What is? I have no idea what's happening in here.
best not to leave anything useful behind.
Get him, Andreja. I thought we were just coming in here to talk. What is happening?
They could not hope to win, so they fled.
Oh, it's the automatic guns, bro. Can I take those out? Good thing I bought a lot of med packs.
Did you hear something?
Oh, dude. Oh, shoot. Dude, where do all these dudes come from? Oh. Oh, man. Shoot! Oh, I forgot to buy ammo for that gun. Dang it. Take that. Turn them into scrap. Dang, this robot. Tough.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Yeah, what was that, man?
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
The spaceport is in rough shape, but not much else was damaged.
Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably, hmm? Do I see this all clearly?
Correct. We're going to use the data in the archives to better understand and stop these attacks.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
Yeah, my word. I'll make sure it's used for good.
You have mine as well. For what that is worth.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
If you have the time, I wish to speak to you.
Not now, Andreja. Let's finish what we're doing.
Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good.
Yes, we finally got the code. Now we can leave.
I will not have House Varun be known only for slaughter.
See, why'd you stay behind?
House Varun committed itself to the armistice. This was said at the time to be the desire of the Great Serpent, and I do not believe the Serpent decides such things on a whim. So, when my brethren left, I remained, honoring the Serpent's will as I saw fit, as is the right of all his followers.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to get out of here. I don't think I can go through that door that requires the key. Guy, can you unlock that? Let's see, can I just teleport out?
It is good to be back in our own ship.
I would like a chance to talk.
Return to Deputy McIntyre. Okay, let's do that quick.
Hello.
I have a feeling today's going to be a great day. I'm told by top officials the cabinet already has a plan.
I asked my boss what they're doing about attacks on this. Your file says you have a military background.
I'm back and I got what you asked for.
Captain, you're back sooner than... Oh, wait.
I take care of
did you
business.
actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore. We're all in agreement.
Code pieces from House Varun and the Free Star collected and ready to be deployed.
So the old man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
All right.
Howdy.
Approach the monitor station.
equipment to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
I'm ready. Deposit the code pieces. Okay. Thank you. This is pretty cool. Unit 18, collect the data. Information on the terramorphs added. Now we can get out of here.
I wonder if I'll miss New Atlantis.
Captain, can I help you?
There you are.
Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Hey, it's
Captain, if you'd be
Hedrion
willing to transfer the
Sanan.
documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next. Stayed out of trouble down there, I hope.
Yes, ma'am.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
Major, you may take possession of the terramorph data.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures.
Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Oh, we get a new place to stay?
Is there a type of weapon combat tech won't make?
Yo, where are we going?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies?
I'm ready.
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
I will.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
Yep.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
I'm getting paid. So now I have the ability to purchase property. That's pretty awesome. So, the next mission would be proceed to your meeting. Okay, guys, well, I'm going to end that one here. And it's been fun. Thanks all for watching another episode of Starfield. This is your host, Haunted, signing off.